Hi there everyone, and welcome back for another video tutorial. And this time I'm going to be talking about minimalist layouts. So first I'm going to talk you through a few elements I use when I'm going for a minimalist look, and then I will create my layout. So just to show you a few of my layouts and just explain how I go about creating a quite minimalist layout. So what I really like about minimalistic layouts, or what I try to create, is really trying to focus on the photo but at the same time have lots of space. But I also like little details, so when I create my layouts I really pay attention to adding little details. Now on this layout there's not a lot of pattern paper. I used it here for my little scalloped circles that are added to the side. So you've got one here at the bottom, another one here at the top, and then another one here. So I used three of these circles, and it creates a triangle, if you can see. One starting here, going down and there, and then going up again. So your eye is going over the whole page, and each time drawing back to the photo, so it's still the main element of the page. I really like using tiny little stamps, like here, the magical moment stamp here. Okay. And as for the details, well, you've got the little ink splatters around my scalloped circles. I doodled a little bit, I added a little bit of stitching. Try and get that into focus. Okay. Things like little banners, adding a little stripe around it. Here, the little badge that I added to the chipboard. Some more stitching here at the bottom. Okay. Now here for the title, what I actually wanted to do was to stamp onto the layout itself, but I messed up the title. So what I did is that I stamped it onto a separate cardstock and then stuck it on, and then just went through it with my sewing machine. And I really like the effect because the letters are overlapping, so it adds a little bit of extra detail. Again, I just added a few banners here, so again trying to create another triangle here, okay, with embellishments. So that was the first layout. Now here's another one which looks very minimalist, but there are lots of little details on this one. So first are the little borders here, just to border off my layout, where I added a little bit of masking tape underneath here. Oh, sorry. So here you've got the first one, with the aqua enamel stripes. Okay, then I've got my pattern paper, another little piece of masking tape. Okay, a little stamp here, also lots of little ink splatters. I stamped a few little hearts here. I punched out some circles, some confetti, and I used an old sheet of paper. So at the same time you have the confetti, but if you look a bit closer, you can see little notes. I really like the idea of using tone on tone. So here I've got the craft tag on the craft, and when you look closer you see it's a really nice effect. And just to add just a little bit of color underneath this tag, which was a die cut, I added again a little bit of pattern paper. Okay. Here some thread, adding a little bit of detail and interest. I stamped onto my layout and then added some white embossing powder, okay, and embossed it. Okay, here some little hearts, again in craft. Okay, so all these little details make the minimalist look, but still you have lots to look at, so it's not bare. Your page is not bare, there's nothing on it. Okay, and the last one. Okay, so here again, trying to vary in texture and techniques. So here I used some masking to mask, and then I embossed the hearts, okay, with some pink just pink, and added some translucent embossing powder on it and embossed it. So it gives a nice shine, and when you look really close it adds just that little bit of extra. Some fine stamping underneath here. Okay, a little bit of the doilies here. Okay, some little hanging hearts on the string. Okay, just a few splatters again. Here I added some, this is really fine paper. Another doily, and here at the bottom, as you can see, just a little bit of twine. Okay. So if you want to create a minimalist layout, try and sketch a design before, and then really pay attention to the little details which will make your layout really interesting. Now, as you have seen on my minimalist layouts, my photos are quite small because I really like lots of white space, but it doesn't mean that if your photos are small, you won't see them. You really have to try and focus on the photos. Okay. Now, for the layout I'm going to create, this is a layout specially created for a special event where Color Conspiracy meets I Love Scrap. So Color Conspiracy is a French brand which makes pattern paper and cards. Sometimes they also make badges and everything, and some other stuff. And I Love Scrap is another European brand, and we have teamed up together, and you will be seeing a few creations from both teams. So what I'll be using is, I'm going to be using as base, I'm going to be using this lovely pattern paper with wood grain from Color Conspiracy. I think this is one of my favorite patterns at the moment. It's wood grain. Can't get enough of that. You have got a similar one for I Love Scrap as well. Okay, I've got this really lovely check pattern from I Love Scrap. Okay, it's the marine number 3 one. Okay, and on the other side you've got this lovely blue stripe. I'm also going to be using this lovely pattern paper, and it's got, the patterns are triangles, and you've got there a mix of light blue, pink, orange, and a darker pink. Okay, I'm also going to be using this. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. It's a kind of aluminium piece. I don't know where I got it from, and I love using it as a mask. So that's, I'm using that. I've got this lovely little picture and this cute little baby. It's Parker, and it's Jenny Chesik's little cutie pie, and she sent me some of the pictures, and I'm going to scrap. I've also got some little glassine bag here, a little tag, okay, some masking tape. Okay, these two are from Freckled Fawn. They've got so many lovely tapes there. I've got some ribbon here, so this is one with a pink polka dot and a chevron, grey chevron. Some Studio Calico buttons. They are quite old, unopened packet. Okay. I've got some cute little doilies here. These ones I got from Studio Calico as well. Okay. And then this, in the I Love Scrap collection, there you have these little strips of pattern paper. I really like this one with the airmail pattern on it, and on the other side there's this really fine chevron. Okay, I've also got my Dear Lizzie date stamp. I'll also be using some inks and mists, and this thing, this is my little notepad with my little post-its in it, and I'll probably be using one of them as well, or a few of them as well, on my layout. Okay, so let's get started, and I hope you learned something new and that you will create something as well.